We are in Academic Search Complete, which is part of the EBSCOhost family of databases. One of the great features of the EBSCOhost databases is that you have this option right next to the title that you're searching in. So we're in Academic Search Complete. Right next to it is Choose Databases. If you select that, you can choose any of the EBSCOhost databases from this list to also search in. You can choose them all, but know that if you select all of them, it's going to take a little bit longer to get your results because it takes time to go through each database. And not all of these databases are going to be helpful. If I am looking for something in, say, Russian history, especially ancient Russian history, this small engine repair reference center, probably not really going to be helpful to me. But this one, in addition to Academic Search Complete, OmniFile Full Text Select will also be helpful. They both cover information on a wide variety of topics. So there should be something in here to help all of you. It might not be the only database that you select. We may need to go out and try out some other databases, but this is a great place to start on any topic. If you go through and you're searching and you're not finding anything, it's always a great time to ask a librarian. We're always here to help you with any of that. If you're curious about what each database is for, if you just hover over one of these speech bubbles, it does bring up with the explanation of what it's for. Then you can click OK, and now we're searching through both Academic Search Complete and OmniFile. I'm going to put in the terms that are in my Boolean searching video. If you watched that, you'll know why I'm typing in what I'm typing in. And why I'm capitalizing these ORs. Again, though, you do not need to capitalize OR for this database. There are other databases that you do, in particular Science Direct. If you choose to use that, you can watch that video and I'll explain why and how to set up the search in there. And then I am focusing on the United States, so I'm also typing that in. Thank you for bearing with me as I type these in. With the quotation marks, when in doubt, use them. You don't have to use them around single words, but when in doubt, use them. It's better to have them on there than to forget them. I'm going to select them both as subject terms. I am going to have to amend it, and I know that from doing this search, but I just want you to see the results with me. As we scroll down, we see that we have a lot of different options to choose from. If you select nothing else from this bottom part, make sure you select this full text here. Using any of these databases, and in particular EBSCOhost, EBSCOhost doesn't default to full text, so it's going to mix in articles that you have access to the full thing and other articles where you only have access to the bibliographic information. So you might be able to read the abstract, but you can't read the full article. In order to get the full article, we would have to use interlibrary loan, and that could take us a little bit of time. You could plan on a week or more before we could get that information to you. If you don't have that time, most of us tend not to. We want that research right away. A good safe bet is to select full text here. If you're struggling to find information, maybe you've taken this off and without that full text you're able to find a few things, you can talk to a librarian. We'll help you locate those other ones through interlibrary loan or maybe some suitable options from other databases as well. We can help you find the research you need. Don't hesitate to ask us. You can select scholarly peer-reviewed journals right from this page. I'm going to select it on the next page just to show you the difference there, but if you want to weed them out right away, you can select it here. If you're looking for articles that are newer or from a specific date range, you can select here as well. So say if I wanted the last 5 years, I could type in 2015 to 2020. I'm going to select search. The more things you select, the fewer results you're going to get. I still only got 5 results. As I said before, I've done this search a few times, so I know what I need to do is go back up to the top and change these subject terms to all text. and just see what happens that way. Now I have 8,979 results. I'm not going to read through that many results. I am going to narrow it down, but I'm going to use some of the tools over here in this Refine Results column to help me out. If you didn't select a date range and you decided you wanted one, you can just slide that bar over, and that will help narrow it down for you. Now I have 7,269. That's a little bit better. And here's my academic journals. If you see, like, this is periodical, it could be a magazine. If you see news, it's a newspaper. It will often show up as newspaper. The periodical is typically the magazines. Trade publications are between a magazine and an academic journal. If you're looking for something that is peer-reviewed, if you're looking for a scholarly journal, you're looking for this right here, academic journals. That does whittle my results down a little bit more. It's a little better. And underneath that, you see subject thesaurus term here. And when you click on that, it opens up a little bit more. Then you have the show more option. When you click on show more, you now have the full body of subjects that are pulled from, I'm going to go back to the top, that are pulled from each of those articles that were in your result list. So I had that 7,000 some odd change articles. These are all the different topic or subjects within that. So if I was looking for a particular thing, I could select it here. I can also scroll through these to see if there's another topic that maybe I didn't think of. That's especially helpful if you're going to use these same terms in another database. Or maybe I want to look at a certain aspect of the opioid epidemic that I didn't think of before. Maybe treatment effectiveness. I can select that. If I select just this one, I'm going to narrow my results to 84. If I select treatment effectiveness and therapeutic use of narcotics, let's say, or maybe this substance abuse prevention, it's going to be 84 plus 81. Just keep that in mind. It just expands out the results, but that doesn't mean that they could overlap. They might not. I'm just going to select treatment effectiveness. Now I have 84 results. That's a little bit easier for me as a researcher to digest. I can read through some of these topics or these headings, see if any of them are helpful. I'm going to select one just to show you some of the features of these articles. But you can see right here, just from this page, I have a few more subjects I could check out and try. I can see some of this bibliographic information. If I select this article, I see a whole lot more bibliographic information, including who these authors are, where this article is coming from, what subjects they're using. In addition to these subjects, the authors have supplied a few important keywords. So these are some keywords that they think that their research is really targeting or important for in particular. In addition to those subject terms, it's not always there. Not every article is going to give you author-supplied keywords, but if they do supply them, the authors are telling you they're pretty important within this article. And then you have this abstract. Sometimes the abstract can be a paragraph, sometimes it might be maybe two. But it is significantly easier to read this abstract. It's a summary of what the article is about. Read it, see if this article is going to work for me. So I can read this instead of the 13 pages. Determine, will this work? If it's not going to work, I can go back up to the top, click on this result list, bring me back to the results and find a different article. If it is going to work, I know what I'm getting myself in for, right? Or into. If you scroll down, if you have HTML as an option, sorry, let me scroll back up one more time. I have this option between HTML full text, PDF full text. By selecting full text, it doesn't mean that you're going to have both of these options, but it does mean that you'll have at least one. So some may be just PDF, some may be just HTML, or some, like in this case, are both. The HTML is great because it offers you this listen option. You can listen to the article being read to you as you read along, follow along, or if you just prefer to hear it, you can just listen to it. The choice is yours. You have a few more options this way to digest this information. If you want to see how the article showed up in the publication when it was originally published, you can click on PDF full text. And this is how it originally showed in the journal. Okay? You can read through it. When you get to the bottom, in most cases it's at the bottom. Sometimes you might see it as footnotes at the end of each page, depending on what format, what citation format the author is using. But in this case, you see references at the end. If you're struggling for research, this is a really great place to find more articles that could help you branch out, maybe into different areas you hadn't thought of within your topic, or even just to help build out your research a little bit more. You can also use this. This is kind of their roadmap to their conclusions in a way, besides their study. This helps you as the reader determine if what they're saying makes sense, if they have gone completely in a different direction. How much can you trust this information? Well, you can check their references. It's a great roadmap for you. It's the same reason that you cite, so that you can give that roadmap and not plagiarize, but give credit to those other people and give that roadmap to someone else to read your paper and understand where you got your conclusions from, where you got your research from. There are a few other features over here on the right-hand side of the screen. If you see that golden paper and you click on that, scroll down to MLA, there's your citation. You can copy that, paste it in your paper. Your citation is mostly done. You do need to double check with your citation manual to make sure everything's correct, that they didn't mess something up. Sometimes things are capitalized that shouldn't be. Whatever the case may be, it's a quick double check. Whether you use your citation manual, the Purdue OWL, whatever you're most comfortable with, quick check. But your citation is done. 2 up from there, you see an envelope with a blue arrow. If you click on that, type in your email, and I recommend you do both your school email and your personal email just to ensure it gets to you. You can type whatever subject you want in there. And then select both. Send it as HTML and PDF, just so you have it. And then this citation format, select MLA. This ensures that the article is sent to you in whatever format full text is available, or all formats in this case. And MLA as well. We will also send that citation. If you think you want the article at all, even if you're just out there collecting research and you're going to read it later, but this might be helpful, but you're not sure, if there's any shred of hope you're going to use it, send it to yourself right away. If you come back to the database later and you alter your search terms, or maybe you forgot which database you found the information in, or you forgot what terms you were using, how you narrowed it down, whatever, it's going to change the order of the results. So what was once result 1, 2, or 3 is now going to be at the bottom of your list or somewhere in the middle. It's just not going to be where you thought it was necessarily. It's going to take you longer to find it. To save yourself time, send it to yourself right away. All right? You just click send at the end. And that's how you search through EBSCOhost databases. It's the same searching for any of the EBSCOhost products. The same features are there. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Again, my name is Lisa Anderson. It's lisa.anderson@muskegoncc.edu, or you can call my number directly, 231-777-0274. Or you can also stop in and see us anytime the library is open. Any of the librarians at the desk will be happy to help you.